What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Fatim the Dream.
And it's me, fresh&fit.
And we're back at it again with
another one of them things, though.
So, today's video is going to be about... fresh and fit. You know what I'm saying? You know, we be reacting to fresh and fit. That's, you know, the channel. And it's going to be at Kevin Samuels prove that these girls will become terrible mothers. I mean, just by the title, it was crazy. So, we're going to get into this video. But
you know Kevin Samuels really meant these hoes. You know he did.
But before we get into this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button if you want to subscribe. And we got a sponsored video today from Coldest Water. This water is an insulated water bottle. As you guys can tell, you know what I'm saying, it's a little, you know, it's the color white, you know, it's nice, big, handsy and zanzy. But I got some water in here, and when I tell y'all, the ice in this water bottle lasts for hours.
And yo, check it out. You hear that? That is not breaking. Like,
good and sturdy.
I could drop this joint off a building and it'll still be. You hear that? It has a little metal thing, man.
And I had some water in here since 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 5:40, and the water is still cold. The ice is in there. Listen, the ice was in there. It did melt, but that was ice from, like I said, 8 o'clock this morning, and it was a little bit. But the water is still cold.
Oh, well, that's why.
It's still cold. Still cold. It's still cold. Listen, it be so cold, your teeth. It makes your teeth cold, especially if you put ice in it, bro. You guys use my 10%. Sir. If you guys use my 10% discount code, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to put the code right here, which is Fatim. You guys can get 10% off your entire order. 10% off your entire order, and you can pick any bottle of your choice. And when I tell you get this bottle, it is worth it. It's a must. It floats in water. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to the pool, you need, you know, you don't feel like carrying. You put some, listen, put some liquor in here.
And it's light. Look, it's not even heavy. See, it's light, very light.
And listen, put some. You can put some liquor in there.
Like,
and you know you at the pool, and you don't want to keep going from like in and out of the water to get your drink. Put it in there, and you can swim, do whatever you gotta do, and the bottle will float next to you. It floats in water. So get you a Coldest water bottle and use my 10% discount code. But let's get into this video.
Do it.
Alright guys, if you heard the fan in the beginning, you know what I'm saying.
Kevin's here.
Kevin Samuels in the house.
Alright, let's. Okay,
yeah,
guys,
bring him in.
Welcome
bring
to
him
Kevin.
in. All right, shout out Kevin Samuels in the house, man.
Welcome, Kevin.
What's going on, people?
What's
Good,
up,
man? Good.
What's going on, people?
Hi. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
So we're talking about two different things. One, part of image called digital footprint. Once it's on the internet, it's forever. And I don't know all your backgrounds, but I would tell you as an image professional, people have spent upwards of $100,000 to remove everything off the internet, and they still can't get it done. Find me a Fortune 2000 CEO that is happy to have naked pictures of his woman out there. Men care. We are territorial. So just like the one woman who says the married people there, that's anecdotal. And one thing I want to ask all the women there, Myron's been trying to give you what men think, and you've been pushing back. Why is it so hard for you ladies to accept that we think differently than you do?
We can start here.
Yeah, you can hear it, guys. You guys talking to Mike.
You can start here and then go around.
Okay.
So.
Before we start that, do you care? Like if I was a girl that was seductive and I posted pictures always half naked, would you want me to take those pictures that I already posted before I was with you down? That's question number one.
Yeah.
And while I was with you, if I continue taking pictures, thirst trap pictures, would you want me not to post stuff like that?
Well, I think that is like, it depends on the person. Because it's like, if you was doing that and that's what led me to you, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't be mad at that, you know what I'm saying? And then I asked you out, it worked out, and then you kept doing it and I let you do it. I can't see a person being mad if they met you like that.
Alright, so what if I go get my body done and then I started
That's different. That's not. Yeah, that's not.
I be crazy. But that's all now. I'm confident with my body.
But that's not what you was doing in the beginning. That's not what your boyfriend was used to happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it makes you feel, if you're not super naked and telling you whatever and showing everything, for me personally, if you're not doing that, if you're just taking pictures because you want to look nice, like you just want to feel empower yourself. There's a thing where you're empowering yourself when you're doing stuff like that, especially if people like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and you don't have to feel. I don't feel like you gotta feel no type of way from being empowered that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of the tricks you use and keep your confidence up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's more of like, if your boy ain't used to that, that's not going to work out well unless he's used to that type of life in general, and you was just different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless he was like, most of my girls was like that. Like, if he was like I never had a problem with that. Like, one girl, like, you was different. Like, you didn't like doing that. So if you start doing it, it's like, all right, like, I'm used to this, so I understand how this goes. As long as you keep things, you know, where it's like you're not sitting there showing everything.
Boundaries.
Yeah, there's boundaries. Like, you gotta work out the boundaries. But I don't know. You gotta be a certain type of person for that, because not everybody can handle the attention that comes with your woman doing that.
I mean, it's not hard to accept that. It's just saying, us women, we have our own opinion as well. So, I mean, I accept a man's opinion and how he feels, but like how I said, I'm not gonna go for the guy that thinks that way. I'd rather stay single and find somebody that thinks the way I do. And
so understand something. You control access to sex. We control access to relationships and marriage, so it's not your choice.
It's the man's choice, and it's the man that accepts
Right.
me.
Right. So we're not talking about a man that you don't value. See, a man that you value, a woman values, see, this all sounds well and good for when you're in a power position with a man, you can take him or leave him. But what about a man that you want?
I don't want a man that doesn't want me. I'm sorry to say.
What?
So you can ask
that
question.
So basically what you said is you haven't met a man that you value higher than yourself.
I've met a man that I value higher than myself, but I wasn't ready around that time because I was just not ready. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, okay, I should have valued that man because he was good enough for me because he accepted me for who I am. But coming across other men that are not like that, I mean, I'm not going to pick a guy that doesn't accept me for who I am. I'm just going to be like, okay, on to the next one, to the man that actually accepts me for who I am. So if you ask a different woman this question that actually wants to pursue a man that she's interested in and doesn't like her for what she does, then she might just give you the answer that you're looking for. But
I'm looking for, what I'm looking for is the truth, and then how well you like
that's my truth.
Okay, what I'm looking for, I'll let you speak. Can I have that?
Oh, here's when he gets a little sassy.
What I'm looking for is not your truth. I'm looking for the truth. The truth is not really subjective. It's just one thing with modern women today. I mentioned in my program, whenever you press modern women, it tends to get, the truth becomes subjective, variable, or extreme. Now, if you say you're not looking for a particular man, that's fine. But my thing is this: when women are looking to finally settle down and be found by someone, men think different than you do, especially men with options.
I agree with that. But there's different women, different personalities, and different people in this world. So, like how I said before, I'm sticking to what I'm saying. I'm not like most women.
Of course,
as a woman that is like that, of course, she's going to be like,
speaking over her.
I want to settle down.
Speaking over her. She let you speak.
How old are you?
27.
Okay.
He is hilarious, bro.
You'll think differently, probably about 37.
He is hilarious.
No, I've already thought about this. I already told myself, if I don't find anybody that accepts me for who I am, I'm just going to go to sperm bank and just raise a child myself. But
this is the buy a dog, die alone, and guess what? You're free to have that.
Now she's gonna have a child.
That's the beautiful thing about this country. Women are free to buy dogs, have sperm bank children, and die alone. No one's going to stop you. But I'm talking about the kind and caliber of men that you women would want. See, like I said, again, this is easy to say when you're in a power position, you're still at the peak or closer to the peak of your hotness, but 10 years from now, it will change. It always does. Halle Berry's complaining about child support and bitching about having to pay money, and I don't think anybody on this panel is hotter than Halle Berry was, and not the hottest person, hottest woman in the world, 4 years in a row.
You always use the fucking Halle Berry as somebody.
Yeah.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, he is funny.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've seen my mother grow, and she's been in 2 marriages, and she was not posting her ass out there, and she got tried by my stepfather and my dad too. And I mean, like, I've seen how my mother has been always a good woman, and these men, well, men
still
in
walk
general,
over them.
certain
This
men,
is
not
why
all
women are
men, because
evolving
I
to
can
what they are.
I'm not gonna be
Not just
sexist
their
or biased
fault.
in that sense.
Men got to take
But
responsibility.
I'm just gonna say that some men, most men, don't appreciate somebody. So I see my mother raise me
Which is facts.
the type of woman that I am, and she's always told me, you don't need somebody to define you. So if you want to have somebody,
What does your mother do for a living?
Oh my
my mom's
God.
an eye surgeon.
Where's your father? What'd you say, your stepfather?
My stepfather, yeah. What about him?
What
What
did
do
he
you
do?
do?
Why he? How he
He owns
interrupt
a
her? No
company
one
business.
said nothing with that.
Okay, so your mother was an exceptional earner.
Yeah, she was an exceptional earner.
Okay, all right. So her options and your options and most women's options are different. See, your mother raised you to have. You can believe what you want. I'm not trying to change what you believe, but what I'm trying to understand is how often do you modern women understand how men think? See, that's what Myron was getting to push back. I'm hearing anecdotal, my mom, my this, my that. Do you understand how men think?
I do. I have a conversation with my father all the time.
That's one man.
I
Because
mean,
I don't.
So
There's
he has
no
an
way.
answer
If
for
you guys
every
truly understood how
thing.
That's
men
why you
think,
gotta know how to
then I don't
respond
think
when
you
it
gotta
comes to
speak
this
when
nigga.
you talking to-
would
Yes,
have
you
been
do.
much less.
You
See,
never
she's
said.
good.
You never
Keeping
said
up
it
with
had to be one man or a couple men. You say you don't know how a man thinks. There is a man. Man is not plural. Men is plural.
Now,
Like,
if
you
you
know what
want to
I'm
make examples based upon an eye surgeon, all right, but I know many people whose mothers are eye
Said
surgeons.
man, she answered
Most
man. Now you talking
women
about men.
need a man to get from one point in life to another because you earn less than us. The average median income for the woman in this country is $25,123. The average man is $36,000 a year. You need 2 incomes. So most people can't get to the end of life. So this whole variable notion about I'll just have a baby on my own, such and so forth, unless you're talking about making $150,000 to $200,000 for the rest of your life, I don't know how you plan on doing that comfortably.
She can't find the one that's gonna love her
That's
for
the
her.
goal.
I'm about to
What
say
are your high
that's
income
probably her
skills?
goal though.
I'm
Yeah,
studying
like-
cybersecurity, engineering, and I can make up
Abuse
to
and
120 to
all that
200K a year. So I'm.
Okay. And
I'm a
I'm a
smart
chemical
person.
engineer, but I'm gonna tell you that's
Oh,
still
okay.
that is.
Women would rather be alone than some of that shit. these
But
days.
that's the norm. That's not the norm.
It's starting to
And
forget.
see, and what I hear from a lot of modern women is you cherish your independence more than you cherish what a man brings to the table. It's like if a man can't pay his way, pay 100% of the way for you guys, he's not useful. Well, I think you guys are going to realize something in the next 10 years that the world has told you that you can have it all. You can't. Life is about choices and trade-offs for us all.
I have a quick question.
Good.
Piggybacking on the idea that she said that she'd like to raise a kid on her own, what about those women that didn't necessarily, because we're talking about like whole comparison things, so what about the women that didn't choose to raise a kid on their own?
Yeah, like what
Right,
about
so
me?
like
Like,
obviously, so like for example, it's
Okay, you're asking me?
well you and like everyone
Well,
else.
first of all, women of the 50+% divorce rate, women are filing 70-80% of all divorces. Women are choosing to wreck their own homes every day. Men are not choosing to wreck their own homes and make
Hey, but you gotta remember, this is why we saying. Kevin be forgetting, like, oh yes, they do, but what you want us to just sit and take the mental abuse, the verbal abuse, sometimes physical abuse, we just supposed to take it and you sign that paper, you can't cross that down the line no more. We just stuck to me forever. Like it can't be like that.
You know what it is? Sometimes as a man,
So it's a reason for everything. You make it seem like, oh, they just, I don't want you no more. No, there usually be reasons for why they have to get a divorce or go that far.
sometimes as a 21st century man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a man, I feel like I'm very woke when it comes to certain situations and like just understanding like treating other people like they're people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And how you want to be
be treated. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, as a man, sometimes he's funny. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's why I say he's entertaining.
I ain't gonna hold you. He's funny, but sometimes when he says things like that, it's like there's a universal understanding that men rule the world. So women have any problem, it's the man's fault. That's how I feel, honestly. Like, they had a time when they were super submissive. Men took super advantage of that. Cheated, had wives. They cooked, no matter how much they cooked inside that, how much they went out there and cut the food. It doesn't matter how much that happened. Men always wanted more. So now, as things evolve, women get empowered. You know, the World War II happened. Women start turning the hell up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They start saying, "F that. We can do anything a man can do." They start saying, like, we can't keep living like that. Because men aren't respecting us, so they become this.
That's what it draws down.
And then it's like, yo, these women's really like strong as hell. And then like the men's like, yo, hold up, what's going on? That's how Kevin Samuels said, hold up, what's going on?
Purchase your tracks today.
Like, y'all not supposed to be, yo, listen man, y'all too strong out here. Like, y'all, why I need to soften up a little bit? Like, it's like someone keep punching you in the face, and then you learn karate, and then he comes to punch in the face, and you beat his ass, and you keep beating him up. And now whenever you see him, you beating him up, and he's like, yo, come on, man, chill, man, you loosen up that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like how it sounds sometimes to me. And then sometimes he be saying, it's like it has to be balanced. Then sometimes he be saying things, so it's like, all right, women need to understand though that, you know, because you are acting like that and are evolving, and you're trying to, and you know, you're not perfect, so y'all haven't met that medium to where there's a you know how to balance this joint out yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still evolving as people. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wants you to de-evolve a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think you just need to keep talking to people like Kevin Samuel, to keep hearing it, to be like, all right, you know, I could be tough, but maybe sometimes I could ease up. But there's nothing wrong with being tough, because that's what I learned. I have to keep that part about me. I have to keep stacking away 1,000, not telling this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to keep, for rainy days, I have to keep doing that, because history has shown that niggas
He's gonna fuck up eventually. He gonna do some shit.
Some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because listen, no matter how much you cook and clean, but I know with the modern women, it's very rare when you find a woman that does cook and clean. But no matter how much you cook and clean, it all depends on like what type of man you have. If he's willing to really go for them temptations and go all in and do it, then that's just the type of man he is.
And it's like this. Like I feel like men are in a space where they're seeing how strong the women are, and they have to evolve to understand what they're doing that makes these women feel like, yo, I'd rather be alone than with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Than with anybody. Like, what are we doing wrong that you'd rather be alone than with somebody? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because man is supposed to have one woman, woman's supposed to have one man. Like, it's like, you can't just point the finger and point the blame. You gotta be like, that's what I mean about the balance. Like, women are at a point where they being too strong, man, at a point where they're being like, yo, man, we don't want that no more.
We have to balance the two, man.
To make women single parents. That's a choice that women are making.
Why? Because their husbands are trash, treating them badly?
Yeah, this is okay, now here we go with the ad hominem stuff.
It might be true, though.
Here we go with the same on tropes. Yeah, this is the same shit that's been piped into the... This is the same stuff, this is the
Got a point. One at a time.
One at a time, though.
Yeah.
This is the same stuff that's been piped into the culture forever. That when a woman chooses to break her home, it's always the man's fault.
To be a burden.
I was more so asking a question from like the child's like first day of birth, right? Children have birth certificates, and it's the woman's like responsibility to sign it. It's not the man's responsibility to sign it. They don't have to sign it. Like
wait.
So I was asking.
No, that's not true.
Wait.
Okay, so
That's not true. If you're hold on. That's not, ma'am. That's not true. If you're married, it is your responsibility to sign your child's birth certificate.
But if you're not, is what I asked.
That's the point. You should marry before you carry.
That's an opinion.
That's not an opinion. That's facts. It's statistically. Who's the psychology major? Who's the psychology person on the panel?
Oh.
Children do better in a two-parent household in general. Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I don't understand what that necessarily is.
Because a child has because a union of marriage is one of the best institutions human beings have to date for the rearing of children. It's a primary reason. So this whole notion about
I have opinions, but I also have like the psychological, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an opinion and there's
what you're still hearing is a lot of women on the panel who understand your points of view, but you're hearing less and less about anything from men. It's always Every time I've asked a question about a man, it's been something negative, something detracting. Nothing has been positive.
Same with
I
you.
just simply asked a
It's the
question
same
in
with
regards
him.
to,
That's
like,
why it's
'cause you
the
said,
energy, though.
Oh,
They
do you expect
matching
to
his
make
energy.
100 to
Yeah,
200,000 to support that child? In regards to Valentina, so I was just
You ain't
curious,
calling
like, what
beautiful
you think about the
black
women who
you
don't have a
ain't
choice in
saying
that.
nothing positive.
Well, you
either.
do have a choice. You just don't like your choices. You chose the man you laid down and made a baby with. You chose to bring a child into the world for that man. Then you can choose to do your duty.
But psychologically, like we were speaking
Okay,
earlier,
so
you said it was
hold on.
Wait,
Why didn't you let her
Again,
talk?
those are your choices.
You so
See, those
serious
are
about
choices,
that.
and right now, again, I want you guys to go back and clip this. Every time I've talked about a man, there's been something negative or downside. Yet to hear anything positive about anything regarding a man relationship or the benefit of a man and a woman working together.
Can we pause that?
Does that have one?
Can we pause that? Bruh. You're reaching. Bruh. Kev, come on, man. Come on, they can do the same with you. They can chop up this whole interview and you just saying like, oh, you women don't know, y'all need to be sucking dick.
You see, the
Y'all
problem
need to be
with
sucking
you
all
women-
dick. Y'all need to take all the dick. Dick. Oh, y'all need to be taking dick. That's all you gotta do. Your friends need to take a dick. Nobody needs to be saying anything about anything. Like, everybody needs to be happy just because the man is happy. Like, that's you, bro. Like, come on, man. But you get to say that to them. Why are you even saying that? Like, you should just let them talk. Like you tell them to let you talk. Just let them talk, and then you say your piece. But they get to you. That's what it is.
I want to say about the man or us though. Right.
Yeah,
Because if we have nothing positive to say, then in our experience, there's been nothing positive.
Well, if that's the case, you've picked them.
So everything is our choice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's right about that.
You chose. Yes, you picked. Yes, ma'am.
You picked.
Just like every man you've chosen, there's been other men who may have been suitable, but he may not. He's not tall enough. He's not this. He's not that. There are no women on this panel that are hideous. You get to pick. See, what you cannot do is what women typically try to do: absolve themselves from all accountability and consequence.
I believe that everybody gets consequences for what they choose to do. However,
What I don't hear any on this panel, she just said, what did she say? What about the women who didn't do this? What about the mothers who didn't choose to be this?
I didn't list anything. I specifically asked you a question in regards to children.
I said the woman who just spoke before you.
Oh, okay.
He's just. I like how he talks about it.
I feel like I can't even say.
Yeah, you can't get a word in. It's okay.
Valentina, you have a question, right?
Wait, what were you?
As a single mom.
Okay, yeah, as a single mom, I agree with him saying like, okay, like I chose to lay down and for the man or whatever. But when you're saying like, oh, I chose to like give birth to the kid, like, what about if you found out you were pregnant when you were 7 months pregnant? Because that was my situation. Like, it was like you're having a baby, and you're like, that's just your responsibility.
7 months.
Like, it's
Sometimes
just
they carry
there's
small.
or giving up the baby for adoption, but then like that, I wasn't gonna do that. Like, that's more like like.
Sorry, how does that
Well,
work?
no, first of all, so to answer your question, most women don't find out they're pregnant in month 7.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Huh?
I mean, that's not the norm, especially with all medical technology today. You have a monthly cycle. It does not come. That's usually trick 1. There are many options down that path.
I was about to say, that's
You found out you had a baby on the way. You
No,
have the option to give it up
no.
for adoption.
She
You just
with that story.
I would say this though, it depends on all different type of women's body, because at one point, not just a little TMI, I'm saying you can fast forward a little bit, but I didn't get my monthly cycle until every other month. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't monthly. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, it was every 2 months. So when I was younger, it was every 2 months. As I got older, it was every other month. Once I was, of age, before I had Melody, it was every month. So that's how it was like, okay, I missed my period this month. Something's wrong. That's how I knew I was pregnant with Melody. But my period used to come every other month, because in the summertime, I used to look forward for it. So it depends on the woman's body. That is a fact. It depends on a woman's body. Just because she missed her period, she could have been stressed. Stress causes a woman's cycle to be off, you know what I'm saying? To not come. It could be internal problems for why her cycle hasn't came monthly or is late
7
constantly.
months though.
You're not a woman, so you wouldn't know. But as for a woman, it depends on the woman's body. Sometimes women don't know.
I feel what she's saying, but the story is where the flow.
Especially if you carry small.
7 months though, come on, man. Like,
listen, you don't know what they was probably going through within themselves.
You ain't have a period in 5 months. What kind of stress you going through?
I don't know her body. She probably been had experiences like this.
Like you said, I don't know. I'm not a lady. I'm not a woman. I can't argue.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. I don't know.
You just chose not to exercise that. Still a choice.
Oh, okay. I agree.
And then you were saying something about marriage certificate, right? That someone
No,
has to
I
sign.
was asking about the birth certificate. I asked why in most cases it's the mother's responsibility to take care of a child instead of the father's. Because we were about men and women, so I was just asking in that instance. Usually, like the court system looks immediately to the woman.
No, not true. And the thing is, if you have a child and you're married, and the divorce is not final 11 months before the child is married, the father's name goes on. Excuse me, let me finish my example.
Just let him finish, and then you can make your point.
If you're married and find yourself divorced, and your ex-wife has a baby less than 11 months after you're pregnant, after your divorce is final, the father's name, the husband's name goes on the ex-husband's name goes on the birth certificate. That's federal law.
Okay.
So it doesn't just automatically default to a woman. The man's name is on the birth certificate. My name ended up on the birth certificate. My ex-wife that way.
Like the majority, we're talking about the majority. Not everyone has children after they get married, and you guys are focusing on the relationships that come from marriage.
But that's a choice.
And you have children.
It's a choice if a woman has a child before she's married or after. That's a 100% her choice.
He's trying to say the woman has to take accountability that she had the child out of wedlock, and what comes with that. That's what he's saying.
But why don't the men? That's what I'm asking.
Because I'll answer this because this is what okay. Can a man force a woman to have a child if she chooses she does not want to carry it to term? Well, then it is a woman's choice when a child is born in this country. Men have no rights after conception. My mother was a single mother, and she will tell you she believes the same thing I did.
No,
she chose to not get married before she had me, and she chose the concept of circumstances in which she raised a child.
He's right on that. He's right on that because it's our choice as women.
It ain't her choice.
He's right on that because it's our choice as women.
Like,
we make that choice, and
that's all decisions. What I'm saying is you can't control the fate of.
No, I get where you're coming from. Like you're basically stating like, okay, I had sex with this person. Why can't they take responsibility too? I get that, but like, it's also a man's choice if he doesn't want to be there, but it's also your choice if you want to keep it.
Right. I was just off of the sake.
But how's that y'all option? That's a crazy ass option.
My thing is no, that's not good because then if it's your choice, you get pregnant. Now you gotta make the choice of baby. Do you know how mental that will fuck a woman up mentally?
Some women don't come back from that.
Come on, no, that's why you protect yourself. Whether a woman put a condom on or a man put a condom on.
I'm saying
it takes two.
You could see it as, oh well, you could just get an abortion and blah 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 blah. Which before I was woke, like I used to think the same before I started before I started being sympathetic. Like you know what I mean? Like so it's more of like you have to. It's like why can't the man just? It's so much simpler. You should just pull on the condom, or you should have just not had nothing than me. Saying like that would have been so much simpler than me having to go on to surgery and shit like that. So it's like, or you had just paid for the 48-hour pill. Like you knew you did it. You should have just said. You should have been like, oh snap, I effed up. I gotta get that pill. But you don't want. You want to act like you ain't do it.
You want to act like you ain't coming. Y'all niggas know when y'all busting.
Come on, man. She don't know. She don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, like, he just puts all the blame on the female. And like, well, you should have, that's traumatic. That's a traumatic thing.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So why couldn't you just have been real with me?
It's just the word.
It's
the wordplay of you chose to keep the child. And
like,
now I'm mentally like, fucked up. And then what if I do that and now I can't have no more kids? Why couldn't you just pull out? Why couldn't you just let me know I'm about to come? Like, so I can push you off.
Why couldn't you say, I think that we need to go get the 48
Or maybe it's like, I think I came to you. We might gotta go get that 48 pill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, so a lot of men like to not take, and what he don't talk about is that a lot of these high value men Like, or just, and he like calling high value men. I say men in general, like men,
Me too. Men
whether they have money in their pocket,
9 to 5, or high value,
whether
rich,
they
whatever.
broke. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Men have a certain type of thing that they act. And I know some of y'all looking at me like, Chris, you're a man. So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't wanna sound arrogant or nothing like that, but I really believe I'm the 1% of the men that really don't have any type of freaking feeling to fuck up his family at all, or a relationship. If I decide to be in a relationship with somebody, like I understand that y'all looking at it like but until you know me, until you see how I am, until you know how I am, you don't understand. Like I love my family. Like I love me.
And trust me, after coming from my ex, after being what he was, I just had in my mind niggas ain't shit. Literally, niggas ain't shit. Until I met somebody that I don't have to worry about going through his phone. I don't have to worry about asking for phone passwords. I don't have to worry about social media
Nope.
I don't have to worry when he leaves the house.
Nope.
Like, my ex was a whole different story. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, mentally, my ex made me feel like, damn, niggas is fucked up, until I ran into somebody like him who was like, you know, all niggas ain't fucked up. And there is some niggas that would respect you, adore you, not cheat on you, not lie to you.
And the thing is and I'm sexy as fuck.
Right.
And I'm sexy as fuck, B.
And you don't cheat.
I don't need to.
Cause you know what they say, the pretty niggas, the cute niggas is hoes.
I don't need to. Like, I'll take this fuck. I make bread, and I'm only gonna keep elevating my bread. I see, to him, I wouldn't be a high value man because I'm not making $150 a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a blue collar ass motherfucker. But it's cool though, cause to me, it's fun in the journey. It's fun in the elevation. Like, for me, and why would I want to find somebody when I'm there instead of building with somebody from the trenches? Like, you feel me? Like, to me, as long as I'm not in the dirt, because I've been in the dirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? I pulled myself out of the dirt more than one time. Like, you feel me? I've been under the dirt, actually. Like, I've been, shit. Like,
shit, we both struggled together too,
listen,
like,
B. Like, even before
like, we met each other, and while we was with each
like,
other.
real talk, shit ain't easy. Shit hasn't been easy, but I have super value in me. Like, and I know I'm valuable. Wanna know why? Because I'm motivation. Like, I motivate the person I'm with. If I love you and we're a couple, we're a team. Like, you feel me? You can't put a price on that. You got to make sure each other is sharp and still.
And everything is up balance.
That woman might want a man of high value because his pockets. You feel what I'm saying? But is he still sharpening steel for you? That's the question you really gotta ask yourself to really elevate your mind. Man, if that person,
but y'all not trying to hear that.
Y'all trying to hear that.
You a beta, you this, y'all niggas ain't open. Y'all not trying, you know what I'm saying? That's why we can't listen to y'all folks. You feel me?
We wouldn't.
Yeah, what it comes down to is, let's just keep it a stack, man. I'm gonna just say it because everyone else is too scared to say it. Most women don't have any type of accountability when it comes to child rearing, having children, and the consequences that come with it. You pick who you have sex with. Women have unilateral control on who gets born in the United States. Men have zero access to that. So if you're a single mom, it's your fault. And then on top of that, let's also add on that women initiate 80% of divorces and most breakups. So it's not that the father isn't in the life. A lot of the time, he's not allowed to be in the child's life. If we're going to keep it a stack, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree with you.
That is true. Certain situations,
and a lot of women use a child as a pivotal point to exercise leverage to cause pain in the man's life. It happens.
This is why marry before you carry, because in the example you were given, what about if a woman does this? Most time when a man is having sex with a woman, it is not to get her pregnant. They're having casual sex. It's not like he said, you know what, let's have sex and I want you to be the mother of my child. I tell you, woman, and this is the thing why I tell men, don't trust the woman on birth control.
When he effed up.
You better back up twice, because if she gets pregnant, you lose. You lose, because it doesn't matter what she said before. After she's pregnant, you lose all rights, because it is 100% her control. See, I believe in a world where women have freedom of choice. You choose to be a mother, choose not to be a mother. But then I also believe in a world where men have the right to do a financial abortion. You can kill a baby. I should not be able to have to take care of it if you choose to make me a father when I don't want to be one.
Oh my God, no.
That's understandable. That's true. But it's circumstantial.
No,
like
ladies, don't agree with that.
Well, but here's the thing. Let's be real. If the child support system was fair, to where if a woman chose to that man could actually sign off his rights, not be financially responsible, not have you come afterward, do you think the out of wedlock birth rate would stay steady, increase, or decrease?
Decrease.
Thank you.
I say not enough information.
Because he's right. He's 100% right on that one.
And we're also
I gotta see you guys later. Appreciate it. I'll be down in a couple of weeks too. This is gonna be fun.
See, it's the things you say. It's the things you say. You don't even know. You don't know the statistics. How's he 100% right? Why would you give him 100% right on something that you don't know the statistics on just because he said it? You don't know how to speak to him.
No. She did in the beginning, but then she started sitting back, letting other women talk, and she was listening to him, and she started trying to understand where he came from at the end. Because at the beginning, you see she had a different type of energy, but towards the end, after she listened to him and let him talk to the other girls and the other questions, then it's like, you're right, yes, I can see where you're coming from. Yes, this is true.
If you're not,
how she switched up at the end.
If you're not pulling up, if you're not showing me on a piece of paper or on a screen facts while you're talking these numbers, I am not agreeing with nothing you're saying. I don't care if it's true, because I don't know. Because I didn't look up the facts. Matter of factly, I would take that opportunity to say, let's change the subject. Because you can say anything to me. You can bash me and wild out on me if I don't know anything. If you bring up a subject I have any facts on.
But he didn't say it was facts. He was asking as a question. Like, do you think if you was to continue to have women was to continue?
Well, she said 100%. You're telling the truth 100%. How?
She was saying it was 100% that the wedlock would go down.
He don't even know. He don't even know if that's 100%.
Yeah, we don't know.
No one knows because
I would say I don't know. In my opinion, I would say I don't know, but I would say it would make women think twice about bringing kids in this world, knowing that the father is letting you know off rip that he don't want to be in a child's life.
Let me tell you why you can't say that, because we don't have enough analytics on it, right? Number one, AIDS didn't stop niggas from
fucking and not going raw.
And having kids. If a disease don't stop people from fucking and having kids, what makes you think a piece of paper would?
Not even a piece of paper, a law.
I'm saying, that's why I'm saying piece of paper.
A new law.
Why? Why would you think that? Because people don't think in the heat of the moment. That's the problem. That's why the kid is in the situation happens. Cause the joints start thinking and everything else start thinking. You feel what I'm saying? See, another thing that you can keep putting the blame on women for sitting there and having kids, because that's what they're naturally supposed to do. That's like telling a woman to go against the natural order, instinctually. No.
And then giving us the ultimatum, like, well, you either keep it.
They're gonna think about that. They're gonna think about
that's
doing it.
That's the only way. Like, what the fuck? When you tell me, oh, it's your choice to keep it. Well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
it's just the word.
It's like going against the nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do. It's not an easy thought to just make. It's not something that they can say, oh shit, this happened. Oh, that's what we're doing. Boom. Like, some women are like that. You see them, you get the minority that are like that, and that's okay. They obviously went through stuff and obviously had their mind made up about certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? But certain women who are natural or regular women, they're going to take time to think about that, and it's gonna be a hard decision to make because that's not what they naturally supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is that as a man, like, teach men how to be more responsible with their dick. How about that one? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, be real.
Yes.
Like, it's the poison, the poison of the pen. Like, it's like, you know what your dick can do. You know what it can do. It can breed life. A woman can't have a child without a dick unless they go to everybody has a bunch of money to get it made in the daggone test tube or something like that. But not everybody got the money for that. So it's gonna always take a man and a woman both to make a child. So you can't just place all the blame of something happening on the woman. Like, a man should wrap his shit up, or if he messes up, or if he even gets that feeling that, damn, I think I nutted it up. Or pre-cum anything.
Yes.
Even if you like, yo, listen, after I do raw, we're gonna take that pill because I'm raw and I wanna make sure that I don't F nobody's life up. You don't think like that. You fucking think, yeah, if this happens, then F your life messed up, not mine. Mm-hmm. Especially if I'm moving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how men really think. Like, and I'm not gonna sit there. Like, it's like, as a man and having a bunch of friends that are men and having men conversations, I can't listen. Like, you would call me whatever you want to call me, but it's more like I can't listen to that and be like, oh, all men would just treat women especially good and everything would be happy in the world if a woman just got down and sucked our dicks every day and freaking didn't argue with us and did what they told and then no, bruh. they still gonna go through heartbreak. You wanna know why? Because that's how it is being with certain type of men. Whether they have money in their pocket, whether they don't. There's a lot of niggas with no money in their pocket backing up and impregnating and having mad kids with mad women. And you'll be like, the type of women they are. No, it's just what they do. They talk. They got the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't always about the money. Like, character has a lot to do with it. Personality, a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, and one more thing. To tell women that they, what if a man shouldn't be held responsible if a woman decides to keep a child when they don't want to keep the child? When has the world ever been fair? Let's say that. That is utopia that you're talking about, Kevin Samuels. And you're selling it very, very well. You're selling it very well. People are eating it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's a great story and it's great entertainment. I watch it. I laugh at you. I just everything. I laugh at the women who come on there and they just sit there and let you just walk all over their souls and their hearts. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's hilarious to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fucked up.
It's messed up. It's hilarious, but at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? I just understand that, all right, I gotta teach my daughter to watch out for men like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That there are men like you in the world that will really have the right way.
Good talker.
You got the gift of gab too.
Criminal.
Yeah, exactly. It's in the Bible. Like, you one of those people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have the gift, and I feel like you're using it wrong, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? You're making money off of it. So what can I tell you to do with your life? You know what I mean? But it's more of like, sometimes you gotta live up to the test and not fail it as a man. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't want, in life, things happen that you don't want to happen. Or you just gonna roll over and say, F it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna run away from it.
A lot of men do though.
All day. Yeah, a lot of men do. And you can't sit there and hold the woman responsible for them doing that. Like, you know, you're gonna do that for everything in life. Why? So if you ain't gonna do that for making money, because Kevin Samuel, you didn't do that to become what you are today. You didn't run away from. Yeah, I know you wasn't always this. Everybody knows that. You wasn't always this guy. You was going through ish. You know what I mean? Because you're a human being. I don't even have to know your life to know you're going through ish. I just know because you're a human. You feel me? You went through mad stuff. Especially for how you talk to women. I can tell a woman put you through something crazy. Like, I don't even watch all your videos. I don't know. The ones I do watch is very entertaining, but I can tell. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you would live up to the challenge in life, period, to make money, why can't you live up to that challenge for your son or daughter, or the soon-to-be son or daughter? If a woman makes you have to step up to that plate, life makes you have to step up to a plate. You did it. You didn't keep being that person, not making $100,000 a year, not sitting there living that half-ass life and struggling all the time. You didn't sit there and just lay down and say F it and just walk away and just became a bum. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you rose up to the challenge. You said, life's gonna throw me this.
You did something about it, man.
You know what I'm saying? You did something about it. Why can't you do the same thing about a pregnancy? This is even more important. This is more than money.
It's a life.
It's a life. So why can't you step up to the plate with that? Why can't men be held responsible for that? Why can't men evolve into that? Why men gotta evolve into being able to walk away? You know what I'm saying? Maybe if more men evolved into that, they would be real when they come inside somebody, or they'll sit there and strap up their dick. Maybe they will evolve and before interception even happens. Just throwing it out there, but y'all don't want to hear that though. Y'all don't want to hear that. You can cop my album though, because I love the ladies. You know, I love my girl. You know what I'm saying? I love my daughter. You know what I'm saying? We should be inspiring women. You know what I mean? And at the same time, talking that itch, because there's some women who need to be called bitches out there. And you bitches know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But still, you can't let those rotten apples ruin the whole goddamn tree. Just like we can't let women, those rotten apples for men, ruin all the tree, because there's still people like me out there who value a family, who value having a great life. Like, I don't think a great life comes with me worrying about, oh shit, I'm gonna have a child coming up later, and oh shit, just for a couple seconds or a couple minutes. Fuck around, hell yo, catch me on the wrong day, you might get a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? A couple seconds, a couple seconds of fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, B. Chill, B.
I think that's the end of that video, guys. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below on what's your thoughts on this video and, you know, our little comments and topics that we was, you know, hitting and talking on. Also follow your girl on social media. My Instagram is fatimthedream. My business Instagram is thedream_collection, and shop with your girl at www.fatimthedream.com.
And you can catch me at springbreak_ Instagram. I got things coming your way. You know what I'm saying? It's for the ladies and then for the dudes if you want to put it on when the ladies are around so that you can get them in the mood. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to serenade women. You ain't supposed to always be on some give me that pussy shit. Sometimes you gotta be on some other type of shit, and sometimes they like that, give you that pussy shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have both. You got the balance. That balance I'm always talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, guys, don't forget to tell a friend, auntie, mother, cousin, cat, dog to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 30K. And like we always say, guys, don't dream your life, live your dream.
Holla at us.
Ow!